Good evening and welcome to the Bedminster Township Committee. This is our regularly scheduled January 17th meeting. Recognize that we have a quorum of Township Committee in attendance here in person with Committeeman Hickey, Committeewoman Moreski, and Committeewoman Fernandez in person here with me. Committeeman Stevenson has an excused absence tonight. Ms. Ray, can we please have the Open Public Meetings Act statement?
Yes, Mayor. Adequate notice of this meeting of the Township Committee was sent to the Courier News Somerville, Burnetsville News Whippany, and to all subscribers, and posted at the Township Municipal Building on January 10th, 2023.
Great, thank you. And please join me standing for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. So this is our first meeting after our reorganization, and actually have a fairly light agenda tonight. We'll open the floor for public comment. If you are participating by Zoom, take your cursor, go down to the bottom of the screen, click on participants, click on raise hand. Ms. Ray will put you into queue for public comment. And if you're in person, come on up to the microphone.
I see no comments, Mayor. No members of the public.
No comments. All right, let's close the public comment portion and let's move on to the approval of minutes. We have 5 sets of minutes to approve. That's the December 19th TC meeting, December 19th closed session, the December 29th TC meeting, December 29th closed session, and the January 4th Township Committee reorganization meeting. Questions or comments regarding those minutes? Seeing none, take a motion to approve those 5 minutes.
So moved.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
We have one social fair permit, which is to benefit the Special Olympics of New Jersey on June 19, 2023, from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. at Fiddler's Elbow Country Club, 811 Rattlesnake Bridge Road, Bedminster. Persons with comments regarding the social fair permit? Seeing none, take a motion to approve.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Let's go through monthly report discussions. Since most of the subcommittees have not met yet, it should also be quick. So we'll start with Committeeman Hickey.
Thank you, Mayor. Good evening, all. And you are correct. You and I have library tomorrow, and I have Board of Health on Thursday. So we'll report back after those meetings.
Okay.
I have JVH tomorrow, so I'll report back next meeting.
And when is EC's first meeting?
The first
That's
Wednesday in February.
Okay. And Committeewoman Fernandez.
Thank you, Mayor. So as we speak, the Rec Committee is meeting, and I will pop in there after our meeting, but just a few updates. Camp Bedminster, believe it or not, we're already thinking about that, will be running this year from June 26th to August 11th. We have an Easter egg hunt coming up on Saturday, April 8th at the Far Hills Fairgrounds. Fall Fest is already scheduled for next year for October 28th from 12 to 5 p.m. at River Road Park. And the Trunk or Treat possibly scheduled for Saturday, November 4th, but that's tentative.
Great. Right. So looks like rec is moving right ahead. Land Use Board, there was a reorganization in the Land Use Board earlier this month. I'm pleased to say that Carol Gutschall has returned as the Land Use Board Chair, and Jeff Leonard is returning, or has returned, as the Vice Chair for the Land Use Board. Farmers Market is meeting scheduled for January 24th.
Yep.
As Colin said, Library Board is tomorrow, and we'll be reporting back on that. And with that, let's go to the administrator's report. Ms. Ray.
Sure, I'm going to just give you a little overview. Just very quickly, I've been continue to work on the 2023 shared court and sewer and stab budgets, and also continuing to work on our own municipal budget, meeting with department heads, just to give you an idea, preview of some of the challenges we're facing this year. Number one is the state's newly adopted municipal stormwater permit that was just recently approved December 1st is resulting in some hefty municipal obligations with a 66% increase just this year alone on what we need to do for engineering compliance. It's expected all of the specifications need to be complied with by 2026, but we have some hefty things we need to do now. For example, mapping and inspections, they're just more rigorous, as opposed to once a year, they're 3 times a year. So we were going from 15,000 in our budget to 44 this year. Increase. Our employee healthcare costs are up 8.65%. Our public employees retirement system contributions for PERS are up 14.42%. And our police and fire employer contributions are up 5.6%. And again, just some other issues we deal with, the continuing rise of fuel costs and some aging vehicles. So we're also finding that, many of our vendors and our hosting services that we actually work with on a regular basis, our employees, we're seeing an average of a 4% increase. That's like Edmunds, our financial system, Unidex for the dogs, Vital for tax and sewer. So those are the everyday, and most municipalities use them. So everybody's feeling the pinch. So, where vendors were actually holding the line during COVID, we're now seeing a significant increase in the cost of doing business just across the line. So it's going to be interesting budget season.
Right.
Human resources front, we're almost at the finish line with the replacement of staff due to retirements, promotions, and resignations. Last on the list is filling 2 DPW positions for truck driver, laborer, and mechanic. Amanda Summers, our HR consultant, has already conducted preliminary interviews, and we are now in the process of scheduling in-person interviews for that. And we are working on the salary ordinance and aligning some of the job functions so that there's consistency in compensation across the board. So that'll be coming soon. That's a work in progress, but we are working on it.
Is that the directors meeting that you might discussed and coordinating with Gina?
So that would be in addition to,
Okay.
This is just internal work that we have to do. We have to update our salary ordinance. It's clearly out of date. We had to make some adjustments independently from when it was originally passed in 2019. So I'm just trying to be very thoughtful about that process. I have one other thing I did want to share. Just a little bit of, I like to follow Google Analytics. Just a couple notes here. We had 48.6 thousand impressions this past month in December. And our audience come from the United States, being number 1, India number 2, and France. Those are our top 3 audience members. Let's see, also our top growing pages, so this is December, analytics from December. The top growing pages in December were the Far Hills Bedminster Fire Department, affordable housing, and pet licensing as we approach January's renewal. And just 2 others, our top performing pages overall were the tax collector and affordable housing information.
Okay, good.
So that concludes my report.
I did mention a directors meeting. So one of the things that Gina and I actually did a couple of years ago, and since we've had such turnover, I want to do it again this year. So if we could start scheduling this over the next month or so, so where Gina and I can meet with all the directors of our different departments, particularly with the new police chief, and also with the new head of IT, Elliot Perez, right?
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
Yep.
So Elliot, just so everyone knows, and certainly Gina and Colin and Amanda and Robin had met him. I was coming in and out week of Christmas, week of New Year's, and he was here.
Yeah.
He hasn't even started work.
Yeah.
And I apparently missed him a couple times, that he had been in early or was coming in later in the day. So even without starting the job and being paid, he was spending hours meeting everyone, seeing the facilities. And Chief, maybe you can corroborate this. I heard he got a little bit of an ovation as he walked into the police department.
Yes, he's very well liked. He came in yesterday, popped in, and he helped me out.
That's
So,
just great.
Yeah.
He's been great.
And I didn't call him, he just came in and said, tell me a couple things, and then I said, well, while you're here.
That's what happens with IT guys, right?
Yeah,
While you're
exactly.
here.
And then he wished he never came.
So, no, that is just what a great hire. And once again, I want to commend Gina and Amanda and Colin and Robin for going through the interview process. It sounds like we've got a winner here. So thumbs up to all you guys. And also with Kevin Murray as DPW. So the purpose of the meeting is to bring everyone together in a big room like this, go through what's working, what's not working, what are the priorities, what are your hardware, your software issues, do you need assistance from DPW, do you need walls painted, do you need IT support, are you buying new software that we need to integrate, how do you work with the other departments? And it's a bit of a pain in the ass, I fully understand that, but I think it's appropriate. So Gina's schedule is probably the hardest to work around.
Yeah, I'll have to figure something out.
So if, Robin, I would just say if you and Amanda, if Amanda wants to participate, that's great. But let's focus on Gina's schedule and I'll work around Gina's schedule.
Yeah.
Great.
Okay.
And I would recommend, since our last meeting went for like 3 hours, that maybe everybody just have like kind of a format of, this is what I'm working on, this is like, my goal, this is what I need, and so that they have kind of a format of how to report out, so it doesn't go
Right,
for
so
3 hours.
staffing needs, hardware needs,
Yeah.
software needs, IT, that'd be helpful. And once again, a more cohesive working environment for all the directors.
Absolutely.
Introduction of ordinances, we have none. Public hearing of ordinances, we have none. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 items on the consent agenda. Does any member of the Township Committee want to pull an item off the consent agenda for individual consideration? Seeing none, I'll take a motion to approve the consent agenda.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call vote, please. Mr. Hickey?
Aye.
Ms. Marusky? Aye. Ms. Hernandez?
Aye.
And Mayor Jacobs?
Aye.
Thank you.
And I'll take a motion to approve the bill list pending review of individual invoices.
So moved.
Second. Oh,
Roll call vote, please. Mr. Hickey?
aye.
Ms. Marusky?
Aye.
Ms. Hernandez?
Aye.
And Mayor Jacobs?
Aye.
Thank you.
Any items for new business consideration?
No.
Seeing none, old business. So Ms. Ray, where have we left things off with DOT, both on the signage issues in Fuckman and the extensions of the guardrail on 206?
Okay, so the signage issue is being looked at by a different team, but I do have closure. Both myself and the chief and Kevin Murray will be meeting on site on the side of 202, 206 next Tuesday, January 24th at 10:30 in the morning regarding the parking along 202, 206.
Yeah, once again, now that the cones are gone, I'm seeing another migration of cars back there, right on the side of the road. Just because we haven't had an accident yet, doesn't mean we shouldn't look at a safety situation where there is one.
Is that, people fishing?
I don't, it's not fishing season.
I don't know, so I'm just curious.
So, yeah, I'm not sure. So the meeting is with DOT or the meeting is?
With DOT,
Okay,
Rep. Terrence Smith from the DOT, and Patrick Donyan. Are you familiar with the two of them? Next Tuesday.
and then we're waiting later on for the signage.
Another group is assessing the signage.
Okay. And once again, the signage issue is just as, we hear from HPC and we hear from other organizations about, the commercial signs in town. You drive through Pluckman and you are just bombarded with information overload. Parking here, parking there, crosswalk ahead, another crosswalk ahead, another crosswalk ahead, and then you hit the crosswalk. Signage from speed limits dropping from 50 to 40 to 35 and then back up again. It's really is just a jumble up there. So if there's anything we can do to clean that out visually, that would be great. Utilities. Once again, an issue of public concern.
Yes.
Colin Hickey.
Over the last month, including one yesterday that was a result of a transformer fire on the corner of Robertson and Schley Mountain Road. 580 customers in Bedminster were out of power for the better part of the afternoon. I just saw today a picture I received from a resident showing just a fleet of 10 vehicles there today, apparently working on a permanent replacement for that burned out transformer, which is the perfect segue into reminding folks that our municipal liaison, Yolanta Maziarz, and a JCP&L reliability engineer will be appearing in front of us at our first meeting in February, which is Monday the 6th. Announcements and flyers have gone out. Thank you, Ms. Ray. And we want to encourage all residents who are interested to attend, of which I am sure there will be many. They can join us in person or via Zoom, and we'll make sure to get some reminders out a week before the meeting as well, just to let everybody know it's coming. Altice. The fiber access agreements are working their way through the pipeline. About a third have been signed. Another third have lawyers exchanging drafts, and another third are awaiting initial comments. So things are moving along.
That's great.
I have weekly meetings with the project manager from Altice to ensure questions are getting answered from the individual HOAs and their issues resolved. Planning will begin in earnest next month for shovels in the ground come spring. I think the construction will begin in the neighborhoods off of Robertson Road.
So in that construction schedule I imagine some of it is contingent upon getting all or some of the agreements signed up.
There's enough of a grouping of agreements right now in that general area, which is Hills Village North, that they can actually start to plan and do the build out.
Great.
Because you have a majority of those HOAs who have signed up.
Excellent.
And then they'll just keep moving on. It'll be like rolling thunder. Then I'll get to the other part of the hills.
Okay.
So that's all I have.
And nothing with New Jersey American Water, so we'll just
No new updates
hold
on
off
that.
on that.
Nope.
Pluckman Park Housing, Committeeman Stevenson is not here. I did ask Attorney Bellardo to look into some issues that I want further elaboration on, but I know, John, you're not ready on that yet. And I take, John, you have no further update?
I will be shortly, Mayor.
Okay, that's fine.
No, I haven't heard anything from them. If they would contact Doug, if they contacted anybody, Mayor.
Okay, so we will go through that. Brings us to Township Committee comments. So a short meeting tonight, 7:17.
That's a record.
So let's try to get through it before 7:20. Oh, it just turned to 7:18. So we'll go through Township Committee comments. Committeeman Hickey.
I'll talk fast. Just want to thank Ms. Ray for organizing an incredible reorg meeting. I know Committeeman Stevenson wanted to echo those same comments in person tonight. Job well done, Robin. Thank you. And thank you to all your staff. And speaking of jobs, the party's over. Now it's time to get to work. And I look forward to working with all of you and our township staff and our amazing volunteers to get another year's worth of work done. So thank you.
Our first budget meeting is
The 30th.
the 30th of January. Okay, Committeeman Rescue.
Would like to echo Colin's comments. The reorg meeting was great. Thank you, Robin, so much. And again, as I said, the meeting, looking forward to working with you guys again in my committee in this upcoming year. We're going to do a lot.
Right, Committeewoman Fernandez.
Just like to reiterate what everyone said, and also, thank you to Robin and her staff for all of their hard work on our dinner. And then it really is nice just everyone to get together and, start the year off right. And also, I just wanted to acknowledge that last Monday was Law Enforcement Appreciation Day. I'm a teacher, so I know that, but I just wanted to say how proud I am of our police force that we have here in town, and just thank them for all their hard work.
Great, thank you. And yesterday was Martin Luther King Jr. Day, and hope everyone paid the proper respects. With that, 7:19, I'll take a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. Thank you and good night.
All right.